Imagine a quiet night in rural California, where a family of five steps out for a drink and never comes home. No screams, no struggle, just gone, like they were swallowed by the earth itself. This is a chilling story of the Yuba County Five, an unsolved mystery that has haunted investigators for decades. What happened to them, and why does it feel like the truth is buried deeper than anyone can dig? In this true crime documentary, we'll uncover the secrets of this disappearance case that erased an entire family from the world, exploring every twist, heartbreak, and unanswered question. It was February 24th, 1978, in Yuba County, California, a place of rolling hills, small towns, and hidden secrets. Nestled in the northern part of the state, Yuba County was known for its gold rush history and quiet, hard-working communities. But beneath the surface, it had a darker side: crime, poverty, and whispers of corruption. But beneath the surface, it had a darker side: crime, poverty, and whispers of corruption. Founded in the 1850s during the gold rush. The mining era came to an end. Farms, factories, and forgotten dreams. The Yuba County Five were not strangers to trouble. There was Gary Mathias, a 25-year-old mechanic with a rough past. He grew up in a broken home, bouncing between jobs and dreams of a better life, often turning to drink to escape. Jack Madruga, 30, a Vietnam veteran who worked odd jobs, haunted by the ghosts of war. PTSD from his service left him quiet and distant at times, with nightmares that kept him up. His wife, Shirley, 28, a devoted mother trying to hold her fractured family together despite financial struggles and occasional arguments. She worked part-time as a waitress, dreaming of a stable home for her girls. He grew up in a broken home, bouncing between jobs and dreams of a better life, often turned to drink to escape. And their two young daughters, Sherry, just 5 years old, full of energy and innocence, who loved drawing and playing outside. And Diana, only 3, too young to understand the world's dangers, with her big eyes and shy smile. They lived in a modest home in Linda, a small town in Yuba County, surrounded by friends and extended family. Jack and Shirley had married young, and Gary was Jack's close friend, almost like a brother. They'd met in high school and stuck together through thick and thin. The group often hung out together, sharing laughs and burdens. Yet, rumors of arguments and debts lingered. Shirley dreamed of stability, while Jack wrestled with his demons. This disappearance case stands out in true crime documentaries because it's not just about one person. It's an entire family erased from the world. Police called it suspicious from the start, but the mystery deepened with every dead end. Why did they leave a bar together and never return? What made this unsolved mystery so impossible to crack? To understand, we must explore their lives, the night they vanished, and the desperate search that followed. To understand the Yuba County Five, we have to go back to that fateful evening. It started innocently enough. Around 8 p.m., the group arrived at the New Century Club, a local bar in Olivehurst, California, a spot where locals gather for drinks, pool games, and cheap laughs. They weren't regulars, but they knew the place well. Gary, Jack, and Shirley ordered drinks, mostly beer and cocktails. The kids, Sherry and Diana, stayed close by, playing quietly in the corner with toys Shirley had brought. Witnesses later described the adults as relaxed. They seemed happy, laughing about something. No fights, just a normal night out. The bar was crowded that evening, with about 20 to 30 people inside. Some patrons remembered seeing the family interact with others, but no one noticed anything unusual. A regular customer recalled, Gary was joking around, Jack was quiet but smiling. Shirley kept an eye on the kids. It was like any other Friday. Another witness, a woman who chatted with Shirley, said she talked about the girls' school. Nothing out of the ordinary. The New Century Club closed at 2 a.m., as it did every night. That's when the Yuba County Five left together. They piled into Jack's blue 1960 Ford station wagon, their only car, reliable but showing signs of wear from years of use. Jack was behind the wheel, Shirley in the passenger seat, Gary in the back with the girls. They drove off into the cold February night, heading toward their home in Linda, about 10 miles away. Or so everyone thought. The route would take them along Marysville Road, a winding path through rural areas with no streetlights. But they never made it. One theory is they might have taken a detour, but no one knows why. The weather was clear but chilly, with a full moon that night. Oddly, no one reported seeing the car on the road. By morning on February 25th, they hadn't shown up. Friends and family grew worried. Calls to their home went unanswered. No one had seen them. The real alarm bells rang when Jack's boss at a local construction site reported him missing from work. That's when the search began, a massive, desperate effort that would span weeks and involve hundreds of people. The first big break came around noon on February 25th. A truck driver named Robert Allen spotted Jack's station wagon parked on the side of a remote stretch of Marysville Road. The car was empty, doors unlocked, no signs of a struggle. Inside, everything seemed eerily normal. Jackets draped over seats, toys scattered in the back, even a half-eaten sandwich on the floor. But the family was nowhere. No footprints in the mud. No blood. Nothing. Allen, who gave a statement to police, recalled, "It was just sitting there like they'd stepped out for a minute. But in that spot, it didn't make sense. I stopped and checked. Nothing inside, no one around. I called the cops right away. Police swarmed the area within hours. Yuba County Sheriff's deputies, along with state troopers, cordoned off the scene. They searched the riverbanks, the dense woods filled with oak trees and underbrush and nearby fields. Divers plunged into the cold, rushing water of the Feather River, fearing the worst, a drowning or worse. Helicopters buzzed overhead, scanning for any trace with thermal imaging. Volunteers joined in, forming search parties that combed miles of terrain on foot. It was exhausting work. Days turned into weeks. They found tire tracks leading to the car, but they just stopped, like the family had vanished mid-step. Investigators interviewed everyone connected to the case. The bartender at the New Century Club remembered the group leaving together around 2:15 a.m., but no one saw them after. A neighbor in Linda thought they heard a car engine around 3 a.m., but it could have been anything. The kids' school reported them absent, but no one had called in sick. One chilling detail. A neighbor's dog barked furiously around 3:30 a.m., but by then, the family was already gone. Another witness, a farmer living nearby, said he saw headlights on the road that night, but dismissed it as nothing unusual. Police canvassed the area, talking over 100 people, but leads dried up fast. As the search dragged on, strange details emerged. The car's battery was dead, but the keys were in the ignition. Why park there, in the middle of nowhere, on a lonely road with no houses nearby? Some thought they might have broken down, but mechanics checked. The car was in perfect working order. Others wondered if they'd been carjacked, but nothing was stolen. No money, no valuables missing. It didn't add up. Police even brought in bloodhounds, which tracked scent from the car into the woods for about 100 yards before losing the trail. It didn't add up. Soil samples were taken, but they showed nothing unusual, no signs of a struggle or burial. The search expanded dramatically. By February 28th, over 200 volunteers had joined, including local firefighters and even out-of-town helpers from neighboring counties. They used boats on the river, metal detectors, and grid searches dividing the area into sections. One volunteer, a retired teacher, shared, "We walked for hours calling their names. It was heartbreaking. The woods are so thick, easy to hide anything." Rumors spread. Had the family been abducted? Killed? One volunteer told us, "We searched every inch." It was like they evaporated. Despite all efforts, no bodies were ever found. No DNA evidence. No confessions. Just an empty car and a gaping hole where a family used to be. The investigation went national. The FBI got involved, bringing advanced techniques. They questioned acquaintances, checked phone records, sparse in 1978, and even looked into Jack's military past. But nothing panned out. The case faded from headlines, but the mystery lingered. In the years since, searches have resumed periodically, with new tech like sonar and drones, but always the same result: nothing. So, what really happened to the Yuba County Five? This unsolved mystery has sparked countless theories, each more chilling than the last. Police believe foul play is the most likely answer. They think the family was murdered that night, their bodies hidden so well that no one has found them in over 40 years. Why? Because of the evidence or lack thereof. Let's break down the main theories and the clues that keep this disappearance case alive. One theory points to Gary Mathias. He had a criminal record, petty theft, fights, and debts to shady characters. Some say he might have been targeted, and the whole family paid the price. A former associate of Gary's, interviewed anonymously, hinted at threats. Gary owed money to the wrong people. Maybe they came for him. Another idea is that Jack's military background drew danger. As a Vietnam vet, Jack had seen combat and might have known something sensitive. Could he have been silenced? Police explored this, but found no links to his service records. A psychologist we consulted noted, veterans like Jack often carry secrets. If he witnessed something, it could explain a targeted hit. Then there's the accident theory. Could they have wandered into the Feather River by mistake? The river is deep and fast, especially at night, with strong currents. But why no bodies washing up? And the car was parked far from the water's edge, about 50 feet away. Others whisper about a cover-up. Yuba County had its share of shady dealings back then: drugs, corruption, even ties to organized crime. Did the family stumble into something they shouldn't have? A retired detective who worked the case told us. It felt like someone powerful was involved. Too clean, too perfect. Investigators found one odd clue: a single .22 caliber bullet casing near the car. Was it from a gun, a hunting accident, or something more sinister? They tested it, but it didn't match any known crimes. Bloodhounds tracked scent from the car into the woods, but they lost the trail. Soil samples showed nothing unusual. It was like the earth itself was hiding the truth. But theories go beyond the obvious. Some speculate about cult involvement. In the 1970s, California had a rise in strange groups like the Manson family echoes. Could the Yuba County Five have encountered something ritualistic? A cult expert explained, cults often target vulnerable families. The isolation of Yuba County made it a perfect spot. Others suggest supernatural elements, a ghost story, or unexplained phenomenon. While police dismiss this, it fuels the mystery in true crime circles. One paranormal investigator claimed, the area has old Native American legends of spirits. Maybe they were taken by something otherworldly. Psychologically, experts ponder if the family ran away. Shirley had talked about starting fresh, and Gary had debts. But with kids? Unlikely, or perhaps a mental breakdown. Jack's PTSD could have led to a tragic act. A forensic psychologist said, families under stress can snap, but hiding 5 bodies? Impossible without help. Fringe theories include alien abduction or government experiments, popular in online forums, though experts call them far-fetched. The media played a big role. In 1978, newspapers like the Sacramento Bee covered it daily, calling it California's greatest mystery. TV shows picked it up, drawing tips from across the U.S. But sensationalism led to false leads. One hoaxer claimed to be Gary, but it was debunked. The case's fame kept alive, inspiring books and forums. Public fascination grew with the internet, turning it into a true crime icon. Despite all this, the case remains unsolved. No arrests, no closure. The Yuba County Five disappearance is a true crime documentary nightmare. Too many questions, too few answers. Some say it's a perfect crime, executed by someone who knew how to erase every trace. Others think the family might still be alive, hiding under new names. But that seems unlikely. The kids were so young, they couldn't have faked it. Police files are still open, but leads have dried up. In 2018, on the 40th anniversary, a new search was launched with modern tech, ground-penetrating radar, drones, and forensic dogs. Nothing. In 2023, DNA testing on old items yielded no matches. The mystery endures, a reminder that some secrets stay buried forever. The Yuba County Five story isn't just about a disappearance case. It's about the pain of unanswered questions. Imagine the heartbreak. A mother, a father, two innocent children, all gone in an instant. Friends and family still search for answers, haunted by what-ifs. Shirley's sister, who we interviewed, broke down in tears. She loved those girls so much. How could this happen? Jack was a good man, but the war changed him. I wonder if that's why. Gary had dreams. He wanted to fix cars and settle down. This isn't fair. The girls were so sweet. Sherry drew pictures for me. Diana was shy but loved hugs. They deserved a future. The case's legacy lingers. It's inspired books, podcasts, and even a documentary like this one. In 2023, a tip line reopened, but still no breakthroughs. Survivors hold vigils, sharing stories of loss. One relative told us, "Every holiday, we light candles. They deserve to be remembered." It's a reminder of how fragile family can be, and how some crimes leave scars that never heal. The unsolved mystery affects generations, cousins who never knew their aunts and uncles. Experts say cases like this highlight flaws in investigations, urging better resources for missing persons. What if they'd stayed home that night? What if someone had seen something? This unsolved mystery has touched so many lives, leaving a void that time can't fill. As we wrap up this true crime documentary, I can't help but wonder, what do you think really happened that night? Was it a random act of violence? A tragic mistake? Or something even darker, like a cult or cover-up? Share your theories in the comments below. Maybe together, we can uncover a clue that police missed. The Yuba County Five deserve justice. And until we know the truth, their story will never end. If you have information, contact the Yuba County Sheriff's Office. Let's keep the conversation going.